When you're on a bus, waiting at the queue, or simply walking down the street, do you often find yourself taking up your phone? Constantly looking at your phone will prevent you from being aware of what's happening around you. This affects you not only physically but also mentally. When you're constantly stimulating yourself with the short-term dopamine that comes from your phone, you start to fall into the rabbit hole of social media consumption. The influence that these devices have on our lives is huge. But the problem is our relationship with our phones, not the phones themselves. These phones are addictive because they are designed to be that way. Using them for a little bit is fine, but letting your phone usage snowball can become problematic. Curing your phone addiction isn't as straightforward a thing to do. Figuring out whether you have a phone addiction is the first step. Just take a look around you. Whichever way you look today, you will find people, including even children, glued to their phones. According to a survey, the average American checks his or her phone 47 times a day. In the 18 to 24 age bracket, this number shoots up to a whopping 82 times per day. Americans spend an average of 4 hours a day with their phones, which is 28 hours per week, basically the same as having a fairly busy part-time job. If those numbers didn't make you realize that you have a phone addiction, let's take a test to figure out whether we have a phone addiction. It's called a smartphone compulsion test. It can be found online. Let's answer some of the questions together. Do you occasionally spend more time with your phone than intended? Of course. Do you scroll without any sense of direction? Hell yeah. Do you find yourself communicating more with people via your phone rather than in real life? 95% of the time. Do you tend to stop when you're doing something so you can respond to something on your phone? Yes. If you find yourself answering yes to those questions, then chances are you have an addictive relationship with your phone. The reason you're addicted to your phone is dopamine. Dopamine is basically a neurotransmitter released from our brain. It triggers the pleasure-related receptors in our brain, urging us to associate a specific behavior with rewards. Once you associate that behavior, such as picking up your phone, with pleasure, your brain starts to crave more and more. No, dopamine is not our enemy. Dopamine motivates us to do many things. For example, the reason you crave food when you get hungry is because your brain already associates food with pleasure. But when it comes to our phones, especially social media, it's intentionally designed for you to binge. The world's smartest people studied our brain's behavioral patterns and created services to make people addicted to them. Just relying on willpower is extremely hard for a long-term fix. We need an exact plan. Day 1. Bringing awareness. Use an app or simply the screen time feature on your phone to track how often you are on your phone. Day 2. Swapping old habits. Change your lock screen wallpaper to something that reminds you why you wanted to start in the first place. It can be because you wanted to read more books, exercise more, or socialize more. Whenever you intend to pick up your phone, try to swap it with something you actually love and benefit from, such as reading books, exercising, podcasts, or actually socializing in real life. This method of substituting old habits into new habits is actually proven by data. For example, one organization that uses this method to great effect is Alcoholics Anonymous. Day 3. Environmental change. We perform most of our habits on autopilot. Most of us don't think or question when picking up the phone. The habits that are already built are very hard to break. So, rather than relying on our willpower, what we can do is design our environment to help us achieve our goals. Set up a charging station not in your room, or just place it somewhere else that is far away from your bed. Buy an alarm clock and use it instead of your phone. Also, put a couple of books you've always wanted to read instead of your phone next to your bed. Not only does this prevent possible scrolling before going to bed, but it also reduces the chances of meaningless morning social media consumption in your bed. If you really want to consume something that bad before going to bed, you can either read a book or open Netflix and pick a show that you wanted to watch. The difference between meaningless scrolling and picking something that you actually want to watch is the intention behind it. So it's not that always scrolling is a bad thing, but picking something that you want to consume with intention is far better than consuming meaningless media. Also, don't forget, blue light is entering your eyes from your screen. Not only does it damage your sleep quality, but reading before bed prepares you for a better night's sleep. So, kill two birds. Day 4. Turn off notifications. Disable all your YouTube, Instagram, whatever app you're addicted to notifications. Not only turning individual app notifications, but also whenever you're using your phone, put it into Do Not Disturb mode. The great thing about this mode is that you can choose people and apps that can give you notifications. Also, your favorites and contacts can reach out to you even when you turn this mode on. If you're scared that you will miss an emergency call, there is a section where you can allow repeated calls. When you turn on this feature, a second call from a person within 3 minutes will not be silenced. Day 5. Try mindfulness. Our phones are designed to make us less mindful about our behaviors. These companies know how to trick your brain and make you so addicted to those apps without you even recognizing it. Why not try some meditation exercises to give yourself a phone break? You can use apps like Meditopia, Headspace, just give them a try. Hope this helps.